Hello and welcome to College Credit Coach. My name is Tammy, and at College Credit Coach, we're striving to help kids of any age earn college credits before ever taking a college course. Now today I want to talk about the Ethics in America DSST test. And if you don't know what I mean when I say DSST or CLEP, these are different tests that you can take to earn college credits. And I have lots of different videos on my YouTube channel that I encourage you to watch that explains more in detail how to earn these college credits. But Ethics in America was a very unique test that covered a general education category for my kids at their local universities. So you'll want to go on to your local university's college website, and look through the different categories and different requirements that they have and see if there's any CLEP or DSST tests that match those requirements and that they'll take for earning college credits beforehand. So Ethics in America was one that was in a general education category that we could take and that we could earn all the credits we needed in that category to be done with that category. Now, Ethics in America, social sciences, humanities, psychology, these aren't really my favorite subjects for my kids to study, but because they're general education requirements, I'd much rather have my kids study these subjects at home with me, and I can handpick their curriculum and I can, oversee the influences that they're learning and that they're getting, rather than having them go to college and not knowing the influences and getting a lot of junk in their minds. So I decided to have my kids do the Ethics in America test. My husband asked me that we would put off these tests into the very last opportunities. So my kids usually do CLEP and DSST from 7th grade, junior high, we'll say, up until their 10th grade year. At the end of their 10th grade year, then 11th and 12th, my kids will do dual credit classes on campus, earning their degree. So my kids, the 10th grade is their last year for CLEP and DSSTs. So my husband asked me that I would put off like social sciences, psychology, those kind of things into the very last, and that's what we did. Now we also were able to have my two oldest children, Joshua and Emily, study Ethics in America together. So they each did their own vocabs, they did the reading together, they each did their own tests and things, but that way they were more accountable. They were able to keep a biblical perspective and accountability to each other when learning some information that may be controversial to us. Anyway, maybe it's not to you, and that's totally fine, but I just wanted to be really particular about what my kids studied. So the Ethics in America DSST itself is 100 questions in 2 hours, which is really nice. It's 2 hours. The CLEP tests usually only give you an hour and a half for about that many questions. So my kids really do appreciate the extra 30 minutes. It was not any kind of time restraints for them. They were able to take the test just fine with those multiple choice questions and not have to hurry through or have a real strategic plan of managing their time. The textbook that we used was called The Wise Owl Guide to Ethics in America. I really liked this textbook. It was straightforward. It had reading and then vocab, and in the back it had a practice test. I had done a lot of research on what textbooks I wanted my kids to use for the American Ethics DSST test. I actually had bought another textbook and this textbook. When I got the other textbook, I read the first paragraph or section of it, and I actually threw it away. And it was too bad to even resell. It kind of made me sick to my stomach. And I was just praying and hoping that my kids could pass the Ethics in America test with just this book. And they were able to. So they did it with this book. I will say they also did it with Petersons.com. So Petersons, we bought that subscription for a month. They did the vocab, the videos on there, and the practice test. So with this and Petersons, they were able to pass the test just fine. So that's it. I hope that your kids can also pass the Ethics in America DSST test if it's one that would count for a certain category of general education requirements. I would love to hear from you if you've ever taken the Ethics in America DSST test. If you have any recommendations or textbook recommendations, leave a comment down in the description box, and it'd be great to hear from you. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.